One issue that comes up in a workers' compensation claim is whether or not an employee is entitled to vocational rehab. Vocational rehab typically comes up towards the end of a workers' compensation claim in which the doctor is providing work restrictions that the employer believes that they can't accommodate. And the employee is being offered vocational rehab. It's important for you to understand that before you answer the question of whether or not you're entitled to vocational rehab is whether or not, in fact, you can continue working for the employer in either your normal and customary job or whether or not you're entitled to another position within the company. If you've been injured at work and the doctor is providing you with work restrictions and the employer is saying that they can't accommodate those work restrictions, you should really ask yourself, can the employer actually accommodate the position and can you do your normal and customary job with those restrictions? Or is there another position within the company that would allow you to continue to work for the company that's vacant, that you're qualified to do, and that you can do within your work restrictions? If you've been injured at work and you've been provided work restrictions and you still want to work for the company, don't just assume that because they're offering you vocational rehab that doesn't mean that you aren't entitled to continue to work for the employer. If your condition is such that you can't do your normal and customary work, you are entitled to vocational rehab to allow you to seek training to learn a new skill or trade so you can go work for a different employer or even with your current employer with this new skill or trade. And so if you filed a workers' compensation claim and you're concerned as to whether or not you can continue working for your employer at the end of it, or whether or not you're entitled to vocational rehab, make sure that you find an attorney that can answer those questions for you. If you have any questions regarding California workers' compensation process, please feel free to give me a call.